This is Insurance Marketing with John Carroll, Episode 1. Let's rock.
Welcome to Insurance Marketing with John Carroll, your resource for marketing ideas, sales tips, and business strategies that help agents like you survive and thrive. And now your host, John Carroll.
Hello, and welcome to the premiere episode of Insurance Marketing. My name is John Carroll, and I'm very excited to have you here. As I just mentioned, this is actually the very first episode. I hope that it is the very first of hundreds or thousands of episodes, but I guess you got to take things one step at a time. So today, I want to set a bit of a framework for the way that this podcast is going to operate, and I thought a fun little way to do that would be with a bit of a sales pitch, although don't worry, I'm not trying to sell you anything that costs money because this podcast is completely free. I wanted to talk to you about 9 reasons why you, as an insurance agent or someone who's interested in insurance agency marketing, why you absolutely must subscribe to this podcast. So I have 9 reasons why you should do that, and I'm going to go through them. So reason number 1 why you should subscribe to this podcast is because I'm going to bring value to you in every single episode. My goal is to create programs in such a way that every single episode that you listen to, you can take away at least one actionable idea or a resource you can use or a process you can implement in your agency, or maybe it's just something that's going to inspire you to do more and do better and grow your business. I want to make sure that each time you come on board and you listen to me, you're going to come up with something that you can implement tomorrow that's going to help you get more leads, help you get more referrals, help you sell more insurance to your existing clients, more policies, more coverage. I want to help you get more online exposure, more offline exposure, more phone calls, give you ideas on how you can lower your loss ratio if that's important to your carriers, ways that you can save money on your marketing, on your sales strategy, on running your business, and obviously ways that will help you make money. I get emails from agents every day that read my blog and use the resources on my website that thank me for the information that I provide because I'm able to do those things for them. And I want to do that same thing here with this podcast. So that's the first reason that you should subscribe to this podcast. I'm going to give you at least one actionable idea every episode. And reason number 2 why you should subscribe to this podcast is one of the things that I am intending to do. In fact, I have a few things lined up, is I want to do expert interviews. All right, because I know a lot about marketing, I know a lot about sales, but I don't know everything. And in fact, it's probably not the best way to learn about anything by talking to one person who knows a lot of things. What I want to do is I want to bring in people who've written books about sales, about running insurance agencies, about general online and offline marketing, customer service skills. I want to bring people who are at the top of their game in those facets and get them in here. And I want to pick their brain and get ideas, things that you can do to improve your business. I want to get researchers, social scientists. I actually have a degree from the University of Pennsylvania in psychology. And one of the things that's always really interesting to me is why people do the things that they do. And I'm not talking about the crazy people. I'm interested in the people like you and me, and maybe we are the crazy people. I don't know, but I just love experiments. One of my favorite books is called, what's it called? 50 Scientifically Proven Ways to be Persuasive. It's an awesome book, but they go through different science experiments and how you can use the results and the lessons to actually help you in your normal life. It's a cool book that I highly recommend, and I'll include a link to that book in the show notes of the podcast. I want to get people in here who are social media experts who can help you even more so than I can about your Facebook page and your Twitter accounts and your YouTube and all the different the different elements that go into creating a powerful brand for yourself and communicating with your clients out there. So that's reason number 2 to subscribe to this podcast, is to get expert information from experts in their fields. So reason number 3, I am going to be taking questions from agents like you. I actually have a agent question hotline, which is like a 1-800 number that you can call. It goes straight to voicemail. But when you do, if you decide to do this, I'm going to ask you to say your name, your agency, and just ask a question, something that I can explore and go into great detail with here on the podcast. And if it's information or a question that I think is relevant to a lot of other people, I'm actually going to use your recording and bring it in here on the podcast and come up with an answer that will hopefully help you, but ideally it's going to help a lot of other agents that have the same questions. But what might even be more important to you is not just getting answers to the questions that you have, but actually getting answers to the questions that other agents have, because other agents are going to ask things that maybe are a step above you or maybe a step below you, but the exploration of answering the question might give you ideas and thoughts and theories that are important to you. And you can go to my website. You'll be able to see that 1-800 number there. And I strongly, strongly encourage you to give me a call. I mean, it's real easy. Ask your questions, state your name, and I don't really have any prizes to offer if I use you on the show, at least not right now, but who knows, that could change. So number 3 is I'm going to be answering real live questions from real agents, which could actually be you. And I would encourage you to please speak up and be a part of this show, because I want it to be a communication, not just me talking into the microphone type of thing. It gets a little lonely here. That's number 3. Number 4, why you should subscribe to this podcast is to make better use of your time. I want to give you an example from my own life. I actually used to work as an insurance agent consultant. I worked throughout the entire state of New Jersey, and I used to spend about, probably 20 hours a week driving around in my car. And during that time, it was god awful. I used to hate it. And I spent so much time in traffic, and I can remember, I can't tell you how much I hated that standard transmission Toyota Echo that I used to be driving. But what I started doing, at first I would listen to talk radio because it was more engaging than music, and then I moved into going to the library and getting books on tape. But, I could only take so many murder mysteries. And at some point, I think it was when I bought my first smartphone, or I can't even remember, but somehow I got engaged with podcasts, and I learned that there are all these different radio shows, and basically they're audio shows, but they're about specific topics that are relevant to me that would never make it in mainstream media. And so I learned so much about internet marketing, about sales, about business strategy and entrepreneurship during those times while I used to be driving in the car, completely wasting my time. And I can tell you, it used to be, when I first started spending all that time on the road, it was my least favorite part of that role that I did. And there were times when I completely looked forward to being in the car because I used to learn so much. You're not really going to do anything to improve your life or to improve the life of your family by listening to classic rock 102.7 or, whatever thing Rush Limbaugh has to say today. All right, it's entertaining, but if you're like me, you're the type of person that always wants to be moving forward and achieving and learning and just doing more with your life. And I hope that you can take certain times in your life when you're driving in your car, or you're working out at the gym, or you're just out walking through the neighborhood, or you're on an airplane or a bus or a subway, or you're mowing the lawn, or, walking the dog, you're out doing whatever it is that you do, that you can actually get a little more value out of that time spent. I want to be able to provide that to you, and subscribing to this podcast will make that easy for you. So that was number 4, is I want you to make better use of your time. Reason number 5 why you need to subscribe to this podcast is because I am not trying to sell you anything. Actually, I can't really promise that. And the reason I say that is because if I come across certain different products or services that insurance agents come to me and they say that they've been having really good results with, and I check it out and I talk to the owner and I believe in the product, I may toss it out there and encourage you to do your own research about it. But what my point is that I'm not creating this podcast to sell you anything. My goal is actually just to help insurance agents, and I want to generate the biggest possible following that I can of active insurance agents that want to be proactive and improve their agency. I want to do that. I want to have the largest audience that I possibly can, and I can't do that by trying to sell you crap. All right, so I'm not doing this to sell you anything. I might mention products from here, from time to time, because guys mention products to me. And if I think it's good, if I think it's going to help you, I may mention it. But that's not why I'm here. That's my promise to you. That's rule number 5. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I don't have any hidden agendas here other than helping you be successful so that you can tell other friends, other agents that you know who will be successful, and hopefully I can build the audience. Reason number 6 to subscribe to this podcast is so that you can stay updated with the latest need-to-know information about insurance marketing. I mean, there's always different apps and programs and Facebook and Twitter. And I mean, even if you just looked at the simplest thing like Facebook, I mean, every month there's new things that they're offering there. There's new features, new ways of marketing, new timelines and marketing and promoted posts and all these different things that it is darn near impossible to keep up with on a daily basis. And I want to be that messenger for you that can tell you about the things that you need to know. But then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm actually able to weed through the stuff that's not important to you, because I don't want you to waste your time on some new social network called, Tweedledee.com. If it doesn't have any legs, if it's not going to help you sell policies. So hopefully I can be a filter of the new things, the new information that you should know about. I want to be able to deliver that to you, but at the same time, keep all that crap that's just wasting your time out of the way. So that was reason number 6 to subscribe to this podcast so that you can stay updated with the latest need-to-know information. Which brings me to number 7. New insurance marketing ideas. I'm an idea guy. That's what really gets me excited. Is I love to talk about ideas with people. Brainstorming is like my favorite thing in the whole world. And in fact, on my website, InsuranceSplash.com, the most popular pages, the most popular articles on my website are ideas, because I know that agents are always looking for new ideas, things that they can do. On my website, the most trafficked pages are pages like 113 insurance marketing ideas, 100 Facebook marketing ideas, some number, 25 ways to sell as much insurance as possible ASAP. Which is about as intense as you can get with a title for an article, but that's what I like about it. So I want to give you new ideas. That's one thing that I know agents can't get enough of new ideas, and I'm an idea generator. So it's like a match made in heaven. That's not rule number 7. That's reason number 7 to subscribe to this podcast. New insurance marketing ideas. Reason number 8 is because I mentioned before that I'm going to be asking experts to come on the show with me so I can have discussions with them. I'm also going to be asking very successful insurance agents to come onto the show with me and talk about the things that are working and very successful for them. I'm not talking about the guy down the street. I'm talking about the guy who is on top of the entire state of California, selling more insurance than anybody else. Or I'm talking about a guy who has grown his book to be a $5 million book in 2.5 years. These are the kind of people that you need to be listening to, not the guy down the street, not the guy 2 towns over that thinks he knows everything. You need to get your information from the guys who are at the top, because even if you can't execute just like they can, if you can hit that at 90%, you're going to be golden. But if you're just, surrounded by turkeys, you're never going to be able to soar like an eagle. All right. Now, I'm not bringing those people on to puff their feathers or to make them feel good. I'm going to be digging in. I want to ask them a million questions. I'm going to pick their brain, and I'm going to get everything I can out of them. And my idea in my head is what I'm visualizing is that after I get one of these very successful insurance agents on the podcast, by the time we're done, I want him to have to go take a shower because he's covered in sweat, because he's just given everything that he can. And I want you to feel the same way. All right. Maybe you don't need a shower, but you might have to go change your deodorant. I don't know what it is, but I want to get you the best possible resources that I can, because no one knows it better than the people who have actually done it, including myself. And reason number 9 why you should subscribe to this podcast is because I'm the host. My name is John Carroll, and I love insurance agents. I've been working in the insurance business almost my entire adult life, and I love agents. I love sales. I love marketing. I love online marketing. I love offline marketing. I love advertising. Now, one of my favorite marketing what do you call them? Like the guys who are marketing experts or gurus or whatever is Seth Godin. I guess author might be the best term. Now, in one of my favorite books, which he wrote, which is called Purple Cow, his basic thesis, what he's saying is, if you're not remarkable, you are nothing. So, and by the word remarkable, I don't mean that generic, oh, that's remarkable. That was a remarkable slam dunk, on the basketball court. I mean literally remarkable. If people don't experience what you're doing and want to remark about it to other people, then you're not going to do anything. And that's what I want to do with this podcast. I want to have you listen to this podcast. I want you to subscribe to the podcast, and after getting a taste for it and learning and getting new ideas and just everything that I'm all about, I want you to feel like this is such an amazing resource, such an amazing product, that I want you to remark about it. Okay, I want you to tell all your buddies. I want you to set up a robocall and dial everyone in your phone book and tell them you got to listen to Insurance Marketing with John Carroll. I mean, the honest truth is that if I can't help you grow your business, if I can't give you ideas, and if what I do is not great, and if you don't feel that way, then why the hell should I waste my time sitting here in a room in my office at my house talking into a microphone? Well, it's a waste of my time, and it's a waste of your time. So let's do this. Let's make it good. I really want it to be great, and I want you to be a part of it. So there it is, my 9 reasons for you to subscribe to this podcast. And I really have to say thank you for listening through my rant about what I plan to do with this podcast. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it, and I sincerely, with all my heart and all my brain and all my essence, hope to have you along for the next one. And I hope that you subscribe. My name is John Carroll. I thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to Insurance Marketing with John Carroll, brought to you by InsuranceSplash.com. Now get out there and sell insurance.